Welcome to the history of everyday objects. This simple two-pronged instrument waged a centuries-long war to get to our tables. It was condemned by the church as a diabolical luxury, said to invite death and sin. This is the incredible story of the fork's struggle for acceptance, antiquity, and a repulsive start. The earliest examples of forks appear in ancient Egypt, China, and Rome. However, these were generally large, two-pronged tools used for cooking or serving. In the 11th century, a turning point occurred. Theodora de Cana, a Byzantine princess marrying the Doge of Venice, brought with her a two-pronged golden fork as part of her personal dining set. But the Venetians looked upon this luxurious and arrogant tool with shock and disgust. The princess's behavior was interpreted as a rejection of the fingers God gave to man, and when she died of a plague shortly after, it was seen as a divine punishment. The Middle Ages, the curse of the church. For the next few centuries, the fork remained a taboo in Europe. The influential 11th century cleric St. Peter Damian criticized a Byzantine princess's fork use, writing that it was despising God's grace in giving us food to touch with our fingers. The fork was seen as a diabolical luxury and even a heresy. People believed its prongs resembled the forked tongue of the devil. Eating was a sacred, shared act done with the hands. The fork was a threat to this social and religious order. The Renaissance, symbol of pleasure and revolution. But with the Renaissance, everything began to change. In 16th century France, King Henry III introduced the fork to his court after bringing it from Italy. The fork became a symbol of individuality, refinement, and social class distinction. Wealthy nobles held feasts with ornate forks made of precious metals. But the real revolution was in its shape. To eat liquid foods and sauces more easily, people made the fork's tips curved and deeper. This directly aided the explosion of pasta consumption in Italy. Mass adoption in the modern age. By the 18th century, the fork had finally begun to enter middle-class European homes. The Industrial Revolution and the use of cheap, durable materials like stainless steel made the fork accessible to everyone. It was now not just a tool of pleasure, but also a representative of hygiene. Today, the fork defines our culinary cultures. While chopsticks are heavily used in Asia, the Western world adopted the fork. Its evolution even continues with hybrid designs like the spork. So, this tool we pick up without thinking today is actually the product of a centuries-old debate about faith, class, pride, and hygiene. What do you think? How did the invention of the bed fundamentally change our sleep patterns? For the answer, be here next week on this channel. Welcome to the history of everyday objects.